Everyone just quickly say a word because sometimes it needs you to talk for the camera to start.
Marzipan.
Boobs.
Which marzipan on boobs.
Mm-hmm. Boobs made out of marzipan.
Oh, this is our top 5 tits.
Imagine.
Welcome to another top 5 who talks with dogs. It's not the one I just said, top 5 tits. I'm going to make you keep that one inward. It is top 5 songs of all time. And out of all the top 5s we've done, I think this was the hardest.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Right. Top 5 song of all time. Wood, you were also a former DJ. What was your top 5 song of all time?
Number 5 is like more recent one. It's Cheerleader by Omi. I have like good memories linked with songs, and Cheerleader is one that reminds me of Malia. It was like coming out around that time. So that had to be on my list. So that's on there.
Nice.
That's number 5.
Nice. I'm glad you said it was because of Malia, because that was the tune that year.
Yeah.
All right, okay, Tony, what was your top 5 song of all time? I bet it's all Finger Boys.
No, because they've only got 4 songs, as much as I love them. No, my 5th top 5 song is Metalingus by Alterbridge, also known as Edge's theme tune.
Nice.
Nice. Didn't think of any wrestling songs. Well,
Yeah.
I say that. My top 5 is my own wrestling music.
No.
Here, brothers, boom, boom, boom. Let me hear you say, well, it's not just because it was my wrestling music. I chose it because I love that song. Like,
Yeah.
come Tone, you lived through the 90s when that song came out. When there was a song singing about, girl, your pussy is so fine. I just want to leave.
Yeah.
And we were like, Mum, I'm just singing the lyrics of the song. Don't blame me, blame the Out Here Brothers.
Put your nanny on my tongue and your booty on my face. I have specific memories of my nan picking me up from my mum's house, and I was like, Nan, I want to put this on, put the cassette on in the car radio, and I'm just there singing along to it, just not having a clue about booty on faces and nannies on tongues, and with my nan right next to me. Oh.
I've never done a DJ gig where I've played that song and not, as in time, gone, come on, look out below. Here comes the brother with the big glow. I just fell for the mothership.
Yeah, you've heard it enough times.
Yeah, like literally, I know that particular word for word. And Wood, I'm going to make you some homework. I even, as you know, interacted, became friends with one of the Out Here Brothers. And look, Woody's just put up a picture of me, the Out Here Brothers, and Jodie Marsh. Sorry.
That'll be somewhere on your Facebook, right?
I can send it to him. It's fine. Right. Number 4s then. We'll bash through these. Number 4s. Wood, come on.
My number 4 is any Post Malone song. I couldn't think of one. Just love Post Malone. So that's my number 4. Could pick any one of his category. Went to see him live last year. Absolutely fantastic. And
I remember when you went.
He's going down the country route right now, and I love it.
Everyone's doing a bit of country.
Yeah.
Tone?
My number 4 is Andrew WK, I Get Wet. The titular song from his titular album, I Get Wet.
Don't know it.
Oh, mate, get to know it.
I think you will when you play it, right?
Good.
Am I allowed to play like a little snippet of every song here or not?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll have to be like really short though, because of copyright, right?
Bless him for saying that. Good luck with that, Eddie.
Yeah. No, I should be able to do like a little snippet.
If you do get in trouble for it, we'll re-upload it, but instead of the music clips, we'll get Ryan to play them all on recorder.
Yeah. Yeah, right. That's your homework.
I play music. I do. I play music that's already been made. I don't make my own.
Can you change it slightly, change the pitch of it or something?
That could probably do.
Yeah.
My number 4 is my favourite hip hop song of all time. It's the song I said when I eventually passed my test, and I did that when I was in my 30s. It would be the first song I played, and it was on a CD because I had no USB cable in my first gun. First song I would play in my car. Dr. Dre, Eminem, Forgot About Dre.
Tune.
That is my favourite song. It's that beat. Down, 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 down. Oh, man. Love that song.
Big song.
Love it.
Big song. Number 3's then, Wood.
My number 3 is Elvis Presley, Teddy Bear.
Nice. Good choice.
That's my karaoke go-to. I always sing that one on karaoke, so that one has to be on my list.
I don't know that one. Well, I'll probably, I've heard it, but...
You will.
Come on and be my little. I think it would.
I'm not doing
It's your
karaoke,
karaoke
right
song. Come on.
now. I'm not doing karaoke right now.
You could put the music. You could put the karaoke like music underneath while you're singing it.
Yeah, you sang it perfectly well.
Number. Tom, we did do your number 4, didn't we?
We did do the one before. I got wet.
Oh, of course you
This
did.
is-
Yes, you
this is
did.
number 3 now.
Number 3. Go for it.
It's a Woody. I don't know if you'll know this, mate. It's Offspring. All I Want, and I fell in love with it because it was one of the main songs on Crazy Taxi.
I might know it if I hear it. Because I played Crazy Taxi, so I probably will know it.
So here, just insert the first yeah. Done.
All right, sorted, done.
My favourite Offspring song was "Why Don't You Get a Job."
Don't know that one.
Banging song from my favourite album ever.
Americana.
Yep.
Great album.
Okey-dokey.
My number 3 is also Elvis, and I changed my mind. Originally, it was because it was like I think I would have found it easier to do favourite artists over favourite songs because I had to have him. It's Elvis. It was all shook up, but then I was like, no, it's because my mum. It's If I Can Dream.
Yeah, tune. I love
It's
that
done
one.
the mum thing again. Fuck's sake.
I don't know if everybody's even seen our top 5 superheroes.
No.
My number 1 was my mum.
Okay. I like it.
Yeah.
Mine wasn't. I mean, it wasn't his mum, and it wasn't my mum either.
Ironically, we lost a subscriber the week later.
Oh, bye, Mum.
And then she fucked off to Canada for a month and has brought me nothing back.
She might have met up with Frankie.
I'd watch that content.
Oh, God.
A tenner and it's yours.
We'll call it next month's tenner.
Oh, God.
Oh, mate. Right, okay, let's go on to my number 2s before it gets too weird. Number 2, Woody. It'd be really weird if we've got the same artist again.
So, yeah, my number 2 is Stand By Me, Benny King.
Good boy.
Yeah, that
Good
was going to
boy.
be my number 1, but I've got one that's slightly topped it.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tone?
I feel like you two are getting a bit classy with your old school songs here.
This is what we were brought up on, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, see, what I was brought up on is not making it to the list, and yeah, that is down to my mum. Fuck. Her music taste. So yeah, my number 2 is a cover, and I prefer the cover, and it is Wheatus's Little Respect.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm trying to, again, that was the first version of that song I knew, was that version.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I actually do now prefer the Erasure version, if I'm honest, but that's how I knew of the song.
So
Yeah.
I'm not disrespecting, or I guess I am, by putting Wheatus over, but I do love the Erasure version. I really do. But Wheatus, I don't know whether it was the time in my life that I heard it or what, something resonates a lot better with me for
Was
it.
that the first version you knew of it?
No, so I'd heard the old version, like, you know, again through like elders in my family and maybe like some family do's and whatever. But yeah, the Wheatus version, really good time in my life. It's like 2000, 2002-ish, just fucking living my life, wasn't it? And that came around and hit the spot.
Lovely. I like it.
Nice. My number 2, again, it was more artist over song, and I had to choose. I had to choose a song that was my favourite song of probably my favourite thing of all time, because I mean, him and Elvis are so close, it's unreal. Michael Jackson's "Smooth Criminal." It had to be "Smooth Criminal" because it's the first song I remember as a kid, and the video is like the first one I remember.
Yeah, I like it. I didn't put
Okay.
any MJ on my list, though.
Yeah.
Oh
no.
wow! So that shocked me. I thought he would have been your number 1 or your number 1, but we're going to find out right now. What's your number 1 song?
So
of all time?
my number 1, only you're going to know it, Ryan. Tony won't know it, but it's my first dance wedding song. It's by a guy called Austin Brown. It's called Everlasting Ground. Yes, that is my number 1.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
So what is he like a upcoming or underground? Like,
So he was
what's the deal?
he's a TikTok singer. He started on TikTok, but he started releasing his songs. Like his wife made him start putting them on Spotify, and we
Okay.
found it, and both me and my wife fell in love with it.
What we're going to need to do in 5 or 10 years, we're going to revisit top 5 songs when Woody's been married for 5 or 6 years. See if it's still his number one.
Yeah,
Still
let's
in
not
the
have that
honeymoon
change to
period.
Puddle of Mud. She fucking hates me. Let's,
We'll see her. we'll revisit
So,
it.
Tony, what's your number one wedding song? What's one of your missus' song?
what would be my missus' wedding song be?
No, I'm meaning to say, what's your number one song? Is it one of your missus'?
Oh, no. My number one song, I think you know what it is. I think everyone who knows me knows what it is. It's Venga Boys, Boom, 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 Boom. I'm not even afraid to admit it anymore. There was a couple of years where I was too ashamed to say it, but I am a Venga boy, loud and proud. I got on the Venga bus. I've been there. I've got the T-shirt. I've got money. I've got Venga Boys money that you can get on the Venga bus with. I saw them live a couple of weeks ago, and best time.
Yeah.
He's had a great time. He had the best time of his life.
Oh,
Bless
mate.
him. I mean, I probably don't even need to say my number one. Everyone knows what my favourite song is because it's the same as my favourite movie. It's there. It's Woody's number 2. It is Ben E. King, Stand By Me.
What a song.
Damn right. Best song ever. And I thing is, I remember as far back as I can go, like thinking that has been my favourite song. At one point, it was, I probably shouldn't mention his name, but it was the guy that sang I Believe I Can Fly, that song. I remember it being that for a period, but Stand By Me has always been my favourite song. Always. Honourable mentions. Have you got any honourable mentions on these? I've got a couple.
Yeah, I've got any of MJ. Like probably his whole album could go on there.
I've got. I was like, I say I've just got MJ, and in brackets, I've definitely got The Way You Make Me Feel.
Yeah.
To me, that's like the sexiest song ever. There's so
I've got
many different songs that could probably be considered sexier, but just that, hey pretty baby, there's just something about it. It hits different.
Mhm.
the Righteous Brothers, Unchained Melody could have been on my list. Love that song as well.
Oh, you're
So
an old soul, aren't you? You're an old soul.
Yes, yeah, man.
it's my dad's influence on both of us. Trust me, man.
Yeah.
Honourable mentions for me. I think it's quite horrible that I didn't mention any MJ, so I'm going to throw an MJ track in there, and I am going to pick "Man in the Mirror."
Oh, great song.
It was a toss up between that and "Stranger in Moscow," but yeah, "Man in the Mirror" will get it.
Man in the Mirror will be big next year. I don't know if I've said this on here, but because of the Michael biopic, that is going to be the main song. That's going to be massive next year, Man in the Mirror.
Yeah.
Big time. I've got Gangster's Paradise. Again, like the first hip hop song I ever learned the words to. Miami by Will Smith. Love that song. I've also got one of my honorable mentions. I've got one from my mum, one from my dad. I've got Billy Fury, Halfway to Paradise, and Patsy Cline's Crazy for my dad.
Yeah. Another one from my wedding where we sat there fucking crying.
Oh, Tone. It was like it started a chain. It was your dad's fault.
Yeah, it was.
They had pictures, like they had some pictures of people that weren't at the wedding, like nans and granddads, and my dad was one of them. Obviously, Ryan's granddad, and me and him were sitting there having a chat, and his dad walks over, plants down the picture of my dad, and goes, "Right, you can have that one," and goes off to bed. Right. Next thing, 2 minutes later, me and him are in tears, and then who come over first?
My brother.
Was it true? His brother then come over and we went, don't sit down. Don't sit down. Don't sit down. He sat down. He then starts crying. And then Jodie comes over. Then my sister then comes over. There's just a chain of us. And then we're up to the thing. Can you make Patsy cry crazy, please?
Is that one of the last songs of the night, wasn't it?
His dad then said the next day, was that what you thought? He goes, I could hear crazy being played from my room. He goes, I nearly come back down. I went, you're the one that should have been there. You started it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a fun story.
Oh, right.
Bless you guys.
Have anyone got any other honourable mentions before we wrap it up?
I'm going to leave it there because I think if I start rattling them off, I won't be able to stop.
Yeah, damn
We'll have
right.
a top 100 before you know it.
If you didn't know, you now know our top 5 songs of all time from all three of us. I'm Ryan, that's Woody, that's Tony. Final words, boys.
Let us know in the comments what your top 5 is. See you later.
That's a good point.
Yeah, do that. Yeah. And I'm going to go get on the Venga bus.
See you later.
Laters.